Howdy, y'all. We're here with my boy Dakota, and we just got back from the Little Rock Regional. And what did you play?
I played Yubel, Unchained.
Oh, my finger. And you want to talk about your matchups and how you did?
So this deck is nuts. I just want to tell you that. But there's some unfair decks in the game, and that's the only reason why I ever lost. So
He only lost a couple times, but the deck was nuts.
deck was solid, and yeah, I'll just tell you.
Built the deck 2 days ago. So.
Yeah, I built it 2 days ago, so it's pretty sick. Still waiting on cards in the mail actually. I played 3 of this. You need 3 of this one. This one is like one of the best extenders. Like, it sucks when it gets hand trapped when you start, but like the spell card is insane for the deck. 3 of this guy. This thing's nuts. It's a quick effect, so you can hold it for your opponent's turn. It's kind of nuts. 3 Lotus. This is literally just like better than Lone Fire Blossom. Kind of wild. 3 Spirit. They made the deck a hand trap. I have a hand trap. This thing's kind of broken. Not once per turn when you pop it, so you can just keep summoning the regular Yubel. Kind of insane. And then I played 2 OG Yubel and 1 Terror. These guys, like, they're not once per turn, so you can like pop this one, float into this one. You can pop this one, float into this one, and then like link this one off, and then summon this one back off of this, and then pop him again, summon this, pop this again, summon this, and you just keep cycling through them like that.
Not bad.
Yeah, and you can overlay these 2 or these 2 because they're level 10s. This one's a mandatory Dark Hole at end phase. This guy like randomly comes up to like when people like least expect it. I'll show you what I do, why, yeah, in a second. And then the last combo piece is Sharvara. I played 3 of that card, but I can't for some reason. Yeah, and then for hand traps, I played 2 Ogre, 2 Mourner, 3 Nibiru, 3 Ash. This card's definitely coming out of the main deck. Tenpai is insane. Didn't expect to duel against that as much as I did. I think if my deck was built more for it, like my hand traps wise, it would be better, but it wasn't a bad matchup in general. I just got dustered like 12 times. That's whatever. Yep, there's that. Spells. 1 called by. I drew this thing like 4 times. It's pretty great. Never got to use it on hand trap though. 1 Chronicle. I use it as the 1 effect to, especially when you bell back from the graveyard a lot, because it's like really solid extender. But it searches Super Poly. I've had that come up a couple times where like I use it as extender, then on the follow up I just start my turn by searching Super Poly, and they forget about it or they don't know, and it's pretty nuts. 2 of this, so I do 3 beasts, 2 of this. This is a lot weaker to start with, like going into this, into beast, and then adding the second one. But it gives you discard fodder for this, so that's not bad, but not ideal. 2 Super Poly. 3rd one didn't come in the mail. Definitely played 3 because Super Poly is nuts in the game right now. Literally set this past against Tenpai and I beat him. And 3 of this card. This card is Dragonic Diagram on crack, so pretty good. Roughest match I had. Shout out to the homie, the Yubel Runic player. He Runic Destruction this every single time. Pretty good. Then we got 4 Thrones, Terraforming in 3. This card is pretty insane in the deck. Like, you have to play it. It searches your starters, the Lotus, which like goes into full combo, or you can even destroy Yubel, like the Spirit, to summon the regular one if you want to. Something that I like to do is whenever I'm playing through my combo, you can, like, you'll have this with this, and then you'll pop Spirit to summon Yubel, but so you'll pop Spirit with this to summon Yubel, you'll search the Squirmer, and it'll trigger Spirit. A lot of people will go 1 or 1-2 or however to play around Ogre or Ash, whichever one you think. But I usually hold this, and I play my combo through it, so if they nib me at any point, then it'll trigger my field spell to summon, well, that's all it's in, so it'll trigger it to summon this. So I still have a Yubel on an end phase, and then it'll blow up their board, and then like I still have a Nightmare Pain and whatever gas I have. So yeah, I use the second effect on that to help me play through Nibiru most of the time. Like, I've had turns where I just don't even use the second effect because I want it to be there for Nib. And traps one of these and one of this. This card's really good and really bad at the same time. I might play, definitely gonna play the other Unchained trap because it just comes up more against Tempai. I was gonna play it today, and then I was like, no, there's not gonna be that much Tempai, and I was totally wrong. So, triple Imperm, last card, to go with the other hand traps. I don't think Imperm really came up that much at all for me. It was kind of mid, but I think it was good against like Tempai in the battle phase. That's about it. That's it for the main deck. 44 cards. It's really hard to get this deck down to 40 because then you start cutting non-engine or you start cutting main deck engine, and you just want the amount that you have. So for links, I play Almirage. You gotta play this because if, like, you gotta be able to link off your normal summon to turn your Spirit Gates on so that you can discard Spirit to summon it back out and start your combo that way. So this like really helps turn a lot of hands that would be brick hands into non-brick hands. One Muckracker, this card's like MVP of the deck, pretty insane. Part of the combo that I was doing. One SP, this card, you need it for the deck. Rage, Anguish, and 2 Yama. Honestly, you don't need second Yama, but every once in a while it comes up. These were really great. Not that good against Tempai, but if you can make them go into main phase 2, these cards are nuts versus Tempai. So, Griffin, Access Code, and Apple. Hardly ever make this. The only time I make it, I'm pretty much winning already. Access Code is insane. You go into it off of Anguish, and then, you know, Access Code target this. That's 53, and then like you get a pop, and if you start your combo, with Almirage, then you get 2 pops, and if you go first and you do this combo, and then on the crackback you summon this, then you get 3 pops. So that's pretty great. And then we got Ferudris and Tajin. It's pretty staple. And then 3 super poly targets. This one for Eternal Favorite. Pretty staple. One of the combos I was doing, you put, like, this is, or where does the Muckracker go? Yeah, so you Muckracker up top, put Griffin underneath it. You can use Griffin effect if you want, and then you'll draw a card because they're co-linked. But you do this, and then you use your spell to summon back a wherever it went, a Yubel, the OG one, and since like, so you summon this, and then in phase you'll summon this. So this guy like shuts off people's boards, and if they play through this, then you usually start trying to play into this, and then they'll eventually end up destroying one of these. It happens like every single time. And you can Yama bring this back, and it's still like mid chain link. So it's pretty insane. A lot of people never see that coming. A lot of people don't even expect this, but I don't go for that every duel. Usually only like once per match if I do it. For the side deck, Bestials are really good in this deck. They just feel really good, and especially Ball Drake, because it's like a dark deck, so it goes kind of hard. Then 3 Cosmics and a Duster. This was pretty great. I don't regret that. 3 D barriers. D barriers crazy right now. And then Rivalry and 3 skill drains. So this is pretty standard. Everybody's playing that in this deck. I added this because I was like, if it's a deck that loses to it, then I want to side on all 4 of these pretty much, because if you rivalry somebody and then they're stuck on a monster, then you can summon like 5 Yubels and attack it and they lose. So that's pretty good. D barrier for Tempai. I don't know how I feel about that, because they never end whenever you D barrier them. So and that's the whole point of that card. And then I sided a Gustav for, you know, attacking over stuff. That's really big. That's it. I really like the deck. It functioned very well. As long as you just, you know, don't get blown out. Feather Duster kind of hurts. So I'm definitely going to go back in the lab and be cooking up a better deck list. But this deck's really fun, and it cooks. So
Any shout outs?
Shout out Team PCD, you know us.
We're all sleepy if you can't tell.
Yeah, you know, shout out. Oh, use PCD 5 Dueling Guard, get you 5% off. Help us out. Help us help you out. Shout out my wife. Shout out my wife, Shirley, for always putting up with me and the boy. Shout out Dante.
He's snoring on the couch.
He's snoring on the couch, and yeah, he got 4th. And then,
oh yeah, he got 4th Centurion. Check out the deck profile.
Yeah, coming on board on PCD. You know, KP. We got top with Raider Raptors. Grav got top with Flu, and then Grav got top with Raider Raptors. So yeah.
All right, thank you. We're going to go to sleep.